How's it going, everybody? I hope you're having a swell day. I know I am, after I fixed Cold War. And that's exactly what this video is going to be about. Now, I've noticed on the forums for Cold War that a lot of people have been getting error codes and or kicked out of matches, you know, the game crashing, loading into, say, zombies or multiplayer, and again, the game crashing. Now, Activision did try to fix this in the beta, but obviously they didn't cover all of it, so here we are. Now, I'm going to address an error code that doesn't seem very prominent, or at least hasn't been mentioned a whole lot, and in hopes that, you know, maybe if other people are having the same issue, this will be a savings grace for them. And I'm also going to go across some other measures just to hopefully either help prevent or minimize, you know, your game crashing while you're playing or loading into a multiplayer match or loading into a zombies match. Hopefully these measures will just hopefully, man, could I say hopefully anymore, run the game smoother and, you know, just prevent you from getting kicked out ultimately. Now, I will go over the brief error code that I have gotten, so if you don't have this error code, that doesn't mean you can't keep watching, but this is the issue that I was prompted with when I first tried starting the game. Every time I started it, it would always say fatal error code, and then it would give me this bullshit code of 26855050476. Now, I couldn't figure out how to fix it for the life of me until a couple hours ago, and that's what I'm going to help you guys fix so you can get on with the game. Stay tuned.
Really means to live life golden. Yeah, we're golden, baby girl, we're golden. They're about to see us shine, 'cause we're golden.
Alright, so we are going to go through all the tips. First one is we're going to address the error code, or sorry, the fatal, I know you can't see it, but I'm doing bunny ears, fatal error code. Now, what I did to fix this is, unfortunately, I had to uninstall it, completely wipe it from the computer, and reinstall it. So originally, I was having Cold War being installed to my hard drive. I then changed it to being saved to my SSD instead, where most games should be stored. But I decided to try and save some space and put it on my HDD. That didn't want to cooperate, so I had to put it on my SSD. Boom, problem solved. No issues now. So, depending on where you're trying to install Cold War, try changing the installation place. Now, if you do already have it installed and you don't feel like uninstalling it because you don't want to wait for however long it takes you, go into game settings and go to game install and updates. Now, obviously, it shows where it's been installed and if you can move it. Fun fact, you can. It says the default install directory. If it's not working where you currently have it, hit change your hard drive, or change the file location, right, to whichever hard drive that you haven't tried yet. In other words, I tried mine on my HDD, I moved it to my SSD, and now it works. So, give that a go. I'm not sure if you'll have to wait for the same amount of time, or if it'll just copy the files and move it over and just make it shorter. But that is my first recommendation for getting past that stupid error code. Tip number 2. Alright, if you are crashing in-game, or you are crashing when loading into multiplayer, or you are crashing when you're going into zombies, alright, try these things first. I feel like they're self-explanatory, but some people don't tend to look at these. First thing, go into your settings, go Windows Update and Security, and check to make sure you're updated, okay? Because if you're not, I can guarantee you that'll at least be somewhat of a factor as to why it's not working, okay? Along with that is, I'm not even going to count it as a separate tip because it is along the same lines. Go into your graphics card updater, go into your driver settings. GeForce did release a new driver update 3 days ago. This is on November 14th that this video is being taken. Make sure that your game is up to date on the driver, because last thing you need is your graphics card to shit the bed and now you can't play it properly. So make sure this is updated, make sure your actual Windows software is updated, and then you should be good to go. If none of those work, tip number 3. Okay, scan and repair this stuff. I mean, there is a likely chance that you could have gotten maybe a corrupt file, or a file didn't load properly, and you know, all you got to do is scan, repair, and away you go. It takes anywhere between 5 to 30 minutes depending on how many files you have and how long it takes to scan it. Okay, just do that. That's tip number 3. We're going into tip number 4. Tip number 4, alright, if you're still crashing while loading into multiplayers or just chilling at the main lobby or anything of that sorts while you're playing the game, your computer could be potentially mistaking the game specifically, for, you know, either a ransom or a virus of some sort. I don't know why, but, you know, let's face it, technology isn't perfect. So what you're going to do is you're going to go into settings and you're going to go update security. You're going to go into Windows and security, go firewall and network protection. You are going to go allow an app through firewall, and it's going to open up a control panel page. Now, before you do anything, take a look at it and make sure that it's not on here, or if it is, it might not be check marked like some of these that aren't. I have explicitly unchecked marked these just because I don't need them active. If yours aren't popping up on here, like if you got none of these up here, chances are that could be a reason why you're crashing. So to fix that, you're going to go change settings and you're going to go allow another app. Now this list for me has always been blank, so I can't imagine it will be much different for anyone else. If it's not and you see Cold War listed on here, click on it, makes things easier. If not, hit browse, go to where your game has been put. In my case, mine has been put in my HDD files for functioning, Call of Duty Modern Warfare, and it's located right in here. Now, because I already have the game and the launcher already in there, all I got left is the crash handler. I'm not going to add that because there's no point. Once you add that though, it's going to be in the list and then you're good to go. You're going to hit OK. Hit add first, don't hit cancel because I had nothing there. Hit add, then you're going to hit OK, and that's going to save that. Hopefully that'll prevent you from crashing in-game and multiplayer, because you are now bypassing that app through your firewall, so you should have less issues in theory. But that is all I got for you guys. I'm hoping these will help. I tried to keep this short and quick, and yeah, let me know if it works.